Hey, ladies, welcome to Messy Money Monday and some of the messy topics that are happening around here. It's your girl, Cherie. This is Black Women Making Money. We are going to put our 90-second clock on, give people a chance to come in. Please like the video, and we will see you on the other side of our introduction. Welcome to Black Women Making Money. We are the home of the upwardly mobile Black woman. For exclusive content and invitations to our Inner Circle Zoom meetings, which happen on a monthly basis, you can sign up for free for our email newsletter at bwmakingmoney.com. That's bwmakingmoney.com. Hello, ladies. Welcome to Money Monday. It's your girl Cherie here. This is Black Women Making Money. This may end up being our new day to go live. I just seem to be busy every day, no matter what, but this seems to be a day that I might be able to stick with. So every Monday for me is Money Monday. It's all about starting the week off right. But I like coming here and I really like the messy money topics as well. It's just a kind of a way for us to kick it. I am going to have a couple of serious topics in here, but I guarantee you Diddy will not be one of the serious topics that we stay on for a long time. We're not showing the video or anything like that. I just wanted to make a couple of comments with regards to us as upwardly mobile Black women and some of the things I'm consistently talking about when it comes to how we need to navigate the world and some of the things that I saw with regards to Diddy. We're also going to be talking about the Real Housewives of Congress. I have some other things to talk with you ladies about before then. So we're going to kiki, have a good time. But yes, I'm calling it the Real Housewives of Congress. I had actually thought of that. And then somebody else had that in their commentary as well. I was like, damn, I was the only person that thought of it. But I was just waiting for Teresa to come out and throw the table over like she did in New Jersey. I was waiting for Nene to show up. I was waiting for Erica over in Beverly Hills to show up. Yes, cutting up in Congress is happening. We're also going to talk a little bit about Gabrielle Union. She and another young lady, if you all saw Deliver Us from Eva, they wrote the other young lady wrote a screenplay that Anne Hathaway is starring in, and The Root had some things to say about it, and I disagree with The Root. So we're going to talk about that. We're also going to talk about some other money topics that's happening. Some of them are serious, but most of it is for us to just have a good time, kiki, or me to just make sure you know a couple of things that's happening in the economy. That way you can navigate. For all of my ladies who were here last night for, not here, we were on Zoom, for the Rich AF Book Club, I want to say thank you so much. We were not distracted by Diddy. We were not part of the Diddy distraction. I'm so grateful to you ladies for giving me something to look forward to yesterday. I did not send out the replay, but I might send it out on Wednesday. We shall see. I do want to tell you that if you're not attending book club, you will want to attend book club because we actually take the information that the author is giving us and actually apply it to our lives. So we only went through the first couple of chapters. We're going to continue going through Rich AF next month and probably for a couple of months after that. So you're able to join us for the next session. And the next session is going to be, let me pull up my calendar and see when it is. It's the week after Father's Day. So I think it's the 23rd. Yes, June 23rd, 6 p.m. Eastern Time, ladies. June 23rd, 6 p.m. Eastern Time is the next Rich AF. So Rana is in the building. Denise is here as well. She is in the building because she is here. Self-care is saying hello to everybody. Denise is saying great discussion last night. And On Earth is in the building. Okay, let's start off talking about some of these news stories that I have for you here tonight. The first one is all my ladies who have student loans. Yes, I have a student loan as well, so I'm not ashamed of it. It is what it is. Well, student loan borrowers just got an additional 2 extra months to benefit from temporary debt relief. This came out a couple of days ago. They're saying on here the Education Department extended the deadline for student loan borrowers to benefit from account adjustments. Borrowers now have until June 30th to consolidate. If you choose to consolidate, then ladies, like, really know what you're doing with regards to this, right? But the department expects adjustments to be fully implemented in September. So if you are trying to get some student loan debt relief, definitely consider talking to your loan servicer, talking to a couple of other people as well, maybe even talking to a financial advisor, figuring out, if you just have so much student debt and it's so much cash coming out of your budget every month, figuring out ways that you are able to reduce that cash outflow so that way you are able to invest. The next thing, I will admit, had me nervous this morning when I got up. This is about I don't know why this thing is here, but this is about the Iranian president. The Iranian president was in a helicopter crash. When I woke up this morning, I saw that the Iranian president was in a helicopter crash and is now confirmed deceased. So this is Iranian President Ibrahim Raisi, died in a helicopter crash. What does this have to do with us? What does this have to do with money? Cherie was very concerned that Israel, yeah, I said it, that Israel or the United States, I'll admit it. I was like, I don't know what's going on. I don't know if something happened, if you all can fill in the blanks. I was like, oh my God, oh my goodness. Are you Iran of all places? Turns out we can settle down, at least according to not only like the CNN reports, but like my true independent sources that I go to like feel more comfortable with the news. Everyone is saying that it had to do with there were some major like storms that were happening, and he was traveling from one meeting back home, and it was the weather. That's what they're saying. That's what they're saying. So I breathed a sigh of relief. But ladies, we do need to know what's happening in the world and how these things could negatively affect us. Somebody said war, somebody said taxes. Hello, level up single mom. Yeah. So um, this was something I was like, oh shoot, this is Iran. Iran is like the major hub of the Middle East, right? Them along with Israel. So I don't know. But that's the one serious topic that I have for this evening. So let's move on to something a little bit lighter. I think you all will enjoy this story here. Who wants to be rich? Who wants to be rich? Ladies, King Charles. King Charles is officially wealthier than Queen Elizabeth. His fortune is $770 million. I thought they were billionaires. I thought they were billionaires. Maybe all of them together are billionaires. But Charles is listed as the 258th wealthiest person in the United Kingdom. 258? I thought they would have been like number, I don't know, at least number 40. There are 257 other people that are wealthier than King Charles in the United Kingdom. Yeah, they do own certain businesses. Yes, they do. Well, let's read a little bit more about this. But he's wealthier than Queen. I think they were hiding money. I think they're worth more than this. But you know what? Queen Elizabeth left money to Prince Harry and William and things like that. So maybe that's where some of the money is. But anyway, it's saying here, King Charles's personal wealth has far surpassed the net worth of his late mother, Queen Elizabeth. The 74-year-old monarch, let me make this bigger, I can barely see. 74-year-old monarch's fortune has climbed to $770 million, which listed him as the 258th wealthiest person in the UK. Charles's wealth jumped $12 million since the outlet's rich list in 2023. So basically since last year. Elizabeth's wealth was determined to be $468 million prior to her death. So he has almost twice as much. I wonder if that's due to inflation. How much inflation do they have over there in the UK? However, Charles's wealth is dwarfed by that of Hugh Grosvenor, the Duke of Westminster, who is the godfather of the king's grandson, Prince George, the oldest son of Prince William and Kate Middleton. So, look, y'all. Even Paul McCarthy now is worth $1 billion. So, but yeah, that's somebody's monarchy. Obviously, it's not mine. I don't give a care about these people. Somebody says old money. Old money. That is right. All right. So let's talk about another thing that I saw here that I thought was just interesting. To all my ladies who want to be high net worth individuals, if you are a high net worth individual, according to Yahoo Finance, that means you have liquid assets of $1 million, ladies. Liquid assets of $1 million. A lot of baby boomers have this kind of money. So, there are people out here running around being high net worth individuals. The question is, how many do you know? How many do you have access to? What kind of networking are you doing to align yourself with those individuals? Because a lot of money is about to exchange hands with regards to inheritances. And I was reading an article that said a lot of Gen Z is not ready to inherit this money. A lot of millennials are not ready to inherit this money that is coming. Ladies, if you were not inheriting money, that doesn't mean you can't make money when these inheritances come. So I've already had that conversation with you, and I did something on the channel with regards to that. But if you want to be high net worth, you got to have $1 million in liquid assets, ladies. So just want to let you know about that. Okay, this was something from Black Enterprise, and I have a point with regards to this. An Airbnb host claims the app banned him over racist posts about Black women. This was in Black Enterprise yesterday. It says here the host referred to the race of guests in numerous posts, even calling Black women ghetto. So let's read this here. And I do have a point with this article. An Airbnb host believes the app banned him over racist tweets he made about Black women, despite being a super host. This guy was a super host, ladies. That means that he was like one of the top Airbnb people out there. The Twitter users, now I know it's X, but whatever, Twitter users' words left him without the stream of income. PDB, whose X account name is RealPDB123, he vented about his situation to the social media app on May 14th. He wrote in a lengthy post that Airbnb considers him racist due to his alleged discriminatory action. So this is what he wrote. Airbnb threw me out of their community and canceled all of my future guests because they deemed me as racist based on my account here on X. I even had a guest coming in this weekend. I feel terrible that all these people have to find new lodgings last minute because they want to blah, blah, blah. So, and this is what Airbnb had said to him. Following this review, we have decided to remove you from the Airbnb community. This means you can no longer access your account and cannot create a new one. The decision is in line with our community standards and policies, which we take very seriously to ensure a safe and respectful environment for all of our users. So I want to read more of the article here for you ladies. They're saying here, Airbnb threw me out of their community and canceled all of my future guests. We already read that. He blamed the, quote, woke company for the guests having to source new accommodations. He revealed his shock at Airbnb's policy to terminate working with anyone suspected of being racist despite a superhost status. He says here, this is what I wanted to read to you. I was a superhost, had 200 plus reviews, and had amazing reviews from people of all ethnicities. He says here, never once did I discriminate against any guest. They say because of my rants about Black American females, I was discriminating. On the contrary, all I did was have to manually approve guests to make sure they are not throwing parties. I rent my villas to African Americans and all ethnicities. He said here, I read this complete article. I want to make sure that I say certain things here. He says here, although he claimed not to make racially insensitive comments towards guests, PDB, okay, let's read this again. He claimed not to make racially insensitive comments towards guests. However, PDB has mentioned their race online before. In a prior post about renters trying to reverse the credit card charges, the man exposed the story to X, stating that the issue is common for Black female customers. Quote, all my friends and family who own restaurants suffer with Black female patrons doing chargebacks, shared the former Airbnb host as reported by Newsweek. He says here, you can call these posts racist or we can deal with the problem at hand. If you think I'm racist, you can kiss my A. In another instance, he referred to Black women as ghetto for their conduct at a restaurant. The women responded to smoking a cigarette at a restaurant in Greece. Greece, that's not even in the United States. Okay. My friend told her nicely that it's allowed, and they began screaming and acting hysterical and called over management. Management told them it's allowed. They said they don't care and are not paying. Management told them they aren't allowed to leave, are calling the cops and blocked them from moving. By the way, the girls were ghetto. So I wanted to show you this. I wanted to show you this article because he said all this stuff on Twitter. I have continuously said to you ladies, watch what you're saying on social media. Watch what you're saying on Twitter. Watch what you're saying on YouTube. Watch what you're saying on Facebook. And please don't go into these Discord channels thinking that you are hiding your you're anonymous. You're hiding yourself because you have a pseudonym. Airbnb didn't care. They found out who he was. Somebody reported him some sort of way, and now he has lost a stream of income. And I know some of you are saying, well, why aren't you talking about the racist posts? Because I don't want to, because that's not going to help you. What I'm saying to you is here to help you. I'm trying to warn you, there's a lot of stuff happening with people saying stuff in these Discord channels and things like that. You feel a certain way about this group and you feel a certain way about that group, and you're putting stuff into Discord channels and quote unquote anonymously on YouTube and things like that. And next thing you know, you've lost your job. You've lost your side income, etc. When I saw this article today, that was one of the top things that came into my head. Do I care that this guy thinks that these other Black women were ghetto? No, I don't. Could care less. Could care less. Is there a problem with Black women doing chargebacks? Maybe. I don't know. I think anytime somebody says all Black women do this or all Black men do that, I'm like, no, that's not true. We never use the term all. So I never trust a person who says all. And I don't believe most Black women do that. And I don't believe many Black women do that. So no, I don't. But at the end of the day, the topic is, how can seeing this story help you? So y'all are talking here. People need to be careful what they say on social media. Cancel culture is real. Yes, it is. People don't care about being, and you know what? Nor should they. I don't care. I could care less. Could care less. In fact, I like. Oh, we should have talked about Ann Coulter. I might bring it up later if you all want to talk about her as well. Ann Coulter and Vivek Ramaswamy. I could care less. Mokamami says that her kids think that Vivek is an op. I wouldn't be surprised. But you know what? I'd rather somebody tell me to their face how they feel. I like Ann Coulter. I actually have always liked Ann Coulter. You know why? Because she's going to tell you like it is. She's honest. She's not going to tiptoe around her words. And surprisingly to everybody who is ADOS in here, she actually believes that Black people, Black descendants of slaves in America, should get reparations. So you shouldn't be against Ann Coulter either too much. Keep it real. But yeah, I don't look. And sometimes they're not racist. Sometimes they're just prejudiced, which is why I tell you to have your multicultural networks. People need to get to know you. They need to get to know you in advance. Everybody has prejudice. The question is, what are they going to do with that prejudice? So Denise is saying, goes back to the discussion last night, you better know your company's policies. Yes, policies can be what can do it in for you. Absolutely. Absolutely. Tam is in the building. Yeah, they're going to find you. Your IP, your DNS records, and so forth can be found. Yes, yes. A lot of people are great at internet sleuthing, finding you. Some of you think, oh, I'm going to use this VPN. I'm going to use, this certain type of, what do you call it? I don't know, the different types of software that can make me anonymous. Please. I love whomever reported him. Yeah, look, who knows how he was reported, etc. I can tell you this, Worldwide Curls. I understand um, if he has a villa and he does not want parties in that villa, and he says, I manually approve guests because I want to make sure they're not going to have a party in that villa. I can understand that as well. I can understand that as well as somebody who is a property owner, as somebody who knows people who have short-term rental properties. So, you know, they never say some, but want you to assume it. That's true. Now, Tam, that is true. That's why I don't like the all. I don't like us saying all white people, all men, all black men, all white women. That's not good. That's not good. That's why we're nuanced on this channel. Self-care is saying, I agree. I like people who are honest about their feelings. Yeah. On race, on sex, on all of that. That's why that guy who did the we call it the Kansas Chiefs kicker, who was talking to the Benedictine College, and he was talking about, you know, my wife, the greatest vocation she has is being homemaker and all of that. I'm like, look, talk, tell it. That way we know what you feel. We know how you feel. We can adjust accordingly. Anybody got time to decode your thoughts? That VPN account and IP address. Thanks, Tam. Yeah, look, you can't assume anything is is anonymous. Nothing. VPN is not anonymous, especially if you have to pay with a credit card. Yes. Yes. And Rhonda's saying, I wouldn't say all. I don't think it's good to say all. Okay, let's talk about fast casual restaurants. Fast casual restaurants are up, let's see here, 109% since January. The percentage change since the beginning of January 2024. The S&P 500 is only up 9%. That's the little yellow line down at the bottom. See if I can make this bigger for y'all. Is that better? Yeah, there we go. The S&P 500 is only up 9%. Chipotle is up 41%. Shake Shack is up 42%. This is since the beginning of the year, ladies. Wingstop is up 55%, and Sweet Green is up 109% with regards to sales. These are sales. So where are you all eating? I haven't eaten at any of these places in forever. I'm a Panera girl, so that's just me. But I haven't even been to Panera in a long time. Sweet Green is probably second for me when I'm in Fairfax area, but I don't go there too often. Worldwide Curl saying Airbnb has had issues with host discrimination from the beginning. Yes, it has. Yes, it has, which is why they have. I know for at one point they started hiding the race and the ethnicity of the person before the host would agree to let a person stay. So yeah, I definitely can understand that. Or I definitely knew that, I should say. Definitely knew that, Worldwide Curls. Traditional fast food restaurants are becoming a ripoff. Yet look, yet look. So a lot of people are into their fast casual. Fast casual is where it's at. And in fact, since you were mentioning that traditional, did you see that McDonald's now is launching their $5 meal? McDonald's is now launching their $5 meal. So McDonald's like was to the point where a Big Mac in some places was like $20 or something like that. It was getting crazy with the prices. Nobody goes to McDonald's to get a I haven't been to McDonald's in years, but nobody goes to McDonald's to get a Big Mac and spend $20 on it. It's like weird. um, I'm in Mexico, so we don't have any of those restaurants on that chart. Okay. I keep seeing Sweet Greens on socials. I either eat Chinese takeout or quick cooks at home. They're trying to copy Wendy's. Okay, I didn't know that. All right, let's talk about these. Just a whole lot of quick hits for us here. Artificial intelligence. I don't know if Tam is still in here, but AI. Big tech is spending $1 trillion in the next 5 years on artificial intelligence. And guess what, ladies? Based on the article that's here, I read the article. The article is saying that's only capital expenditures. That means that's only like the equipment that's needed to host AI and have the data stored and things like that. That's not even the human capital, I hate human capital, but the people needed to run AI. That's just the machinery for AI. Ladies, if you are not in participating in AI in any way, no matter what industry you're in, you better get on it. You better get on it because either you're going to participate in AI or you're going to get left behind. Century is saying, I blame Dollar Tree for all the price hikes. That is possible as well. They're like $1.05 now, I think, or $1.25. Sabrina's saying these are great companies to invest in. Interesting. So I'm not giving financial advice, but great thing to think about. So, they're saying here big tech is expected to spend $200 billion on assets like equipment just in 2024. At that rate, they're going to spend $1 trillion in the next 4 to 5 years on capital expenditures. The uptick in investment, mostly to support AI efforts, is a big jump from recent years. So, ladies, just recognizing that. Okay, let's talk a little bit more about prices. Prices going up. Costco. Ladies, Costco, popular items to see unexpected jumps in costs. Who shops at Costco here? I do. I shop at Costco. Yes, I do. Gas prices increase along with olive oil, but Costco's famous $1.50 hot dog soda combo is unchanged. So apparently people really like the hot dog and the soda, the pizza, all of that. I don't eat that stuff. I go into Costco and I, get my fish and a couple of other things in the back and head out. But yeah, so but you go into Costco, you see people buying everything from pants and shirts and books and I actually wanted some rice and then I looked and it's like I'm not running a Chinese food restaurant. Why do I need all of that? I mean, the rice it had to have been a 20-pound bag of rice. I'm like, nah, got to go just to the regular grocery store to get rice. But yeah, look, Costco, if you have a big family, especially if you have a big family and you are able to buy a house where you can just have a storage, like a real storage closet, ladies, you can definitely be prepared for Armageddon. We're gonna be coming to your house. Let's see here. You all are saying everyone chatting about GPT-4 waiting for my universal translator. Yeah, I heard about that. I think it's on your phone though as well, Centria. Um, and it's not just ChatGPT, it's ChatGPT 4.0 that just came out. And apparently, I think it was Microsoft. It was either Microsoft or Google that just came out with their new AI as well. So, look, the AI race is on. What do you think about getting your master's in AI computer science? I am not an expert. That is either a TAM question or Dr. Dix or somebody like that. I have to admit, I'm not the best person to answer that question. I will say though, it always depends on what you ultimately want to do. We believe in monkey branching here. So, like, what's your 5 to 10 year plan, and does it require a master's degree? Um, Self-care is saying, I'm not sure how people in the USA are surviving right now with all that inflation. The inflation is cray cray. We were talking yesterday about Erica Williams. She had something on her community tab saying that the cost of coffee has gone up 78%. It's gone up so much that they've taken it out of the consumer price index. So now in the consumer price index, you don't have energy costs. You don't have gas costs, you don't have utilities, and now you don't have coffee. These are all the things that people actually use. So Bidenomics, Biden thinks he's going to walk. I'm telling you, people are going to vote with their pockets, especially independents. They're going to vote with their wallets and their pockets. And he's sitting here trying to tell people and convince people that the economy is okay. Like, sir, wake up, you know, wake up, Biden. And I'm not telling you who to vote for. I'm just being a realist. So, who can afford a house with storage, much less a family to feed? I get it. I absolutely understand. I praise God that I bought in 2018 when I did. That's all I can say. Costco can do that. They're usually in the burbs where dual income households can afford these adjustments. That's true. And the truth is that a lot of people who live in areas that have Costco, they tend to be working class or middle class or upper middle class families. So, and they do have dual incomes. So you're absolutely right. Before my husband and I moved to Mexico, and hey, Victoria, sorry, I didn't greet you. Sorry. Before my husband and I moved to Mexico, our expenses in the U.S. were about $8,000 a month. This was before all of this inflation. Yeah, look, the inflation is cray cray, cray cray. Our expenses in Mexico are not about half this amount. Yeah. But I believe you said that your husband is Mexican, which helps as well. I personally would caution people about moving. I would caution you to know where you're moving to unless you are married to somebody that's from that culture. Um, and then still know the rules. Um, know the rules, especially if you have kids. Because some places you and your spouse can go with your kids, and you may not, if you decide you want to leave your spouse, you may have to leave your kids there. So yeah, expenses are crazy, credit solutionists. Self-care is saying our expenses are like $3,800 to $4,000 a month. Sabrina's saying, you know what is sad? When people are feeling economically pressed, We had the 99-cent store in California to help us make it. Now all discount stores are closing locations. You're right. There have been a lot of those places, a lot of those stores were public companies, and they were just saying that the economics no longer made sense. And some of it, I think, was the theft as well. There was a lot of stealing happening, and then the rest of it, just the economics no longer made sense. Facts about independence, we go where it makes the most sense. Yeah, where it makes the most dollars too. Does it make the most dollars? It doesn't make the most sense. America's a big ripoff. Yeah, but look, I love America. It'd take a lot for me to leave my country, even though I'm keeping my options open. Um, yeah, it definitely helps when you have a significant other that is of that culture. Yeah. Uh, Praise Jesus, he is a dual citizen, USA and Mexico. Yeah, look, keep your options open. Um, Worldwide Curls is saying, yes, that's the plan for many American refugees. You can more easily naturalize through marriage in many countries. Yep, that's true. That's true. Okay, so we talked about Costco raising their prices, but there is a place that's lowering their prices, and that's Target, ladies. Target lowering prices on 5,000 frequently bought items. So when I first saw this article, I was like, yeah, right, they lying. Because you know how these places are, these articles are, where they're like, we're lowering prices. It's like on stuff. I was about to curse. It's on stuff you never buy, right? But Target actually is lowering prices. So they say uh, they are concentrating on groceries. This is where the price cuts are happening. Grocery staples like milk, bread, fruit, and vegetables, as well as paper towels and diapers, with many cuts affecting its company owned Good and Gather and Everspring brands. So, ladies, if you are looking for their savings, you need to look for the Target owned brands, either Good and Gather or Everspring. It had already cut prices on some 1,500 other items. And of course, they're saying here, we know people are on a budget. Yes, we are. And we're looking to save money. So, ladies, if you want to save money, according to CNBC article from today, you need to go to Target. If they reduce the cost of Viva cloth towels, I'm sold. What do they usually cost? You're saying here, I missed the 99-cent store back home. Dollar Tree was cool, but those $5 aisles are making me second guess shopping there. Interesting. I haven't been to the dollar store in a while, I have to admit. So, um, they're trying to keep up with Walmart. I believe that. I believe that. So, look, everybody's watching their coins right now because, like I said, and you all know this, inflation is still high. And this is why you have to know how to negotiate your salary, position yourself to get your increases. Start that business if you need to, if you should. I promise I'm going to do the Should Every Black Woman Own a Business session. I've just been super busy. But yeah, like, if I'll be honest with you, I've heard people say that 150 is the new 100, 150,000 is the new 100K, which I believe. Um, it has been proven that right now you need to have an income of $114,000 in order to afford the average home in the United States. Very true. So like, one of the things we talked about in the Rich AF book club yesterday was honestly like, how much do you want to make in the next 3 to 5 years? What's your plan? And I love my ladies, but some of our plans needed to be tightened up a little bit. Some of us needed to expand our mindsets. Some of us were like, oh, I can only make 110, 115, and I'm like, no, you can add another like 50, 60,000 to that. Just do these things, right? So we need to actually have these kinds of conversations as a community of women, because the inflation is still going to go up. It's still going to go up. It's still going to go up. Jerome Powell, J-Ro-Ro, as we call him over here, but Jerome Powell is doing what he can in order to get the inflation under control. But part of the reason why interest rates have not gone down is because the inflation is still not under control. And the minute they start reducing interest rates, the real estate market is gonna start going up. Other markets are gonna start going up. People still have a lot of pent up demand, and you have to be ready. So it's like $20 for 8 rolls. It's my only splurge because I like the texture. Okay, look, I think that everybody should have their one thing that they love. I do, I do. All right, so um, this is a really cool article that I read. Um, is happiness the secret to success? Is happiness the secret to success? So they did a study here, and when we research happiness, actually raises every single business and educational outcome for the brain. So basically, our happiness is linked to how well we do financially, according to this guy here. Let's see here. Pull this back a little bit so you all can see him. This is the guy. He did a study here. Um, when we study people, scientists are often interested in what the average is. If we study what is merely average, we remain merely average. Many people think that happiness is genetic, but that's only half the story, because the average person does not fight their genes. When we stop studying the average and begin researching positive outliers, people who are above average for a positive dimension like optimism or intelligence, there's a widely different picture that they have. Our daily decisions and habits have a huge impact upon both our levels of happiness and our levels of success. So they're saying here, scientifically, happiness is a choice. And they're saying here, here we go. This is what I was looking at here. A decade of research in the business world proves that happiness raises nearly every business and educational outcome, raising sales by 37%, productivity by 31%, and accuracy on tasks by 19%, as well as a myriad of health and quality of life improvements. So, just wanted to share this with you. They did this study about happiness, and if you are not doing as well financially, look at how happy you are. I know some of you are like, Cherie, that's dumb. Of course, I'm not as happy because I'm not as making as much money. What you talking about, girl? But the truth is that the happier you are, the more money you will make. And ladies, there is an abundance of money even in this high ass inflation economy. There's an abundance of money. The question is, are you going out, reaching out, grabbing it? Are you networking with people? Are you improving your technical skills? Are you improving your soft skills? Are you investing in yourself? Are you doing what needs to be done so you can monkey branch? If you are, great, keep doing it. If things are not working the way that they should, figure out why. There's this thing I've been trying to do. Somebody asked me for some help. I'm giving it to them, but I'll be real, I'm dragging my feet. I was going to curse, but I am dragging my feet on this. Every time I think about, oh, I have to do this thing, it's just like, ugh, like, do I have to? And I get unhappy every time I think about doing this thing, right? I have to actually make a conscious decision of no, I'm going to be happy. You know, I'm going to tackle this thing with a smile. It's not impossible to do. It is a gift that I have. I just don't like to do it as much anymore. But you know what? Once I become happier doing that task, my productivity and my ability to finish that task is going to increase significantly. So let me see what you all are saying here. Denise is saying, Brother Jerome, that's Jerome Powell, ladies, may not reduce until December. I have heard all sorts of numbers. There's actually a betting they're like people, not on Wall Street, but not Vegas either, but just betting, people who bet on when the rates will be reduced. I thought it would have happened by now. I thought it would have happened because of election season. Doesn't seem to be happening. So I don't know. I give up on trying to figure that out. Is it the chicken or the egg, Worldwide Curls? You are absolutely right. And unfortunately, it starts with happiness first. I mean, getting yourself into a happiness state of mind. One person who's really good with talking through that is Tony Robbins. I don't care for Tony Robbins of today. His voice is just very crackly to me and all of that. But I will put on maybe some old school Tony Robbins, even to kind of get me in that state of mind of how do I get to happiness so that I can get to more productivity, so that I can get to more sales. Ifatalia, hello. Thanks for sharing the cost of living numbers regarding Mexico. Well, thank you to self-care. Kayana is here. Hello. Did you say they may increase taxes? Oh, you must be talking about Mexico as well. We can't live here if that is the case. Are you talking about Mexico? All right. Let's talk a little bit more money. How many of you ladies saw the movie Deliver Us from Eva back in the day? Put a 1 in the chat if you saw Deliver Us from Eva, the movie, back in the day. Put a 2 in the chat if you never heard of the movie. And actually, I'm going to pull up the movie poster. I'm going to pull up the movie poster for you. Do you all remember the movie Deliver Us from Eva? Put a 1 in the chat if you remember Deliver Us from Eva, the movie. Gabrielle Union was in it. LL Cool J was in it. Dwayne Martin was in it. Essence Atkins. You're saying here, I heard of the movie, but I'm not sure if I remember watching it. It was like in the early 2000s. So Sydney remembers it. Worldwide Curl saying 1, but I didn't see it. Okay, so this was pretty much an all-black cast, and the story was about, you look at the ladies on the right-hand side here. The story was about these 4 sisters. Gabrielle Union was the oldest sister. The young lady to the right of her is a woman named Robinlee. We're going to talk about her. Essence Atkins is the one all the way to the left here. She was in a show called Half and Half. She did some other things. And this young lady right here, right next to Gabrielle Union, is a young Megan Good. That's right, ladies. The same Megan Good that is with Jonathan Majors. I guess they haven't broken up, but that's the same Megan Good. So anyway, the movie is about this older sister who's domineering over her younger sisters. And the younger sisters all have either boyfriends or husbands. One of the ladies has a boyfriend. 2 of the ladies have husbands. And the three men decide to hire LL Cool J to seduce Gabrielle Union. That's the story. Uh, I am bringing this up because Robinlee, this is Robinlee today, she wrote a screenplay that Anne Hathaway is starring in. And The Root said the sad reason why Black author behind new rom-com starring Anne Hathaway made her characters white. So apparently, Anne Hathaway is in a movie called The Idea of You. And this woman, Robin Lee, wrote the screenplay, and it turns out that Gabrielle Union was one of the producers on this of this movie on Netflix with Anne Hathaway. So I'm sitting here, and I'll admit I don't really remember reading the article, but my first thought was, why can't we cross over? And what I mean by that is, you know how many people from other ethnicities write scripts for us, put words in our mouths, greenlight our projects, put us as the face on the in front of the camera, and they're running all the stuff behind the scenes? Why can't we do the same thing? Why can't our scripts cross over and let Anne Hathaway star in it? I know some of you are thinking, Cherie, that's absolutely crazy. Why, wouldn't we want to uplift the Black woman and the Black actress and the Black characters and all of that? And I'm not saying that we shouldn't. What I am saying is, why can't we do both? The Matrix, for example, was written by a Black woman, right? Many people talk about The Matrix being written by a Black woman. I think that we need to create more products, not just in Hollywood, but in other places as well, that serve the masses. The only way we as entrepreneurs, well, not the only way, one way that would be helpful for we as entrepreneurs to actually make more money is to serve more communities. So look, I'm a fan of, if she's a great screenwriter, which Anne Hathaway did her film, she probably is, write some other scripts as well. And guess what? Not everybody has to be Tyler Perry. I know that's kind of controversial, but I hope I'm making sense. Um, Now, can she also write some films for Black people? Absolutely. But I'm a big fan of the crossover as well. I'm a big fan of the crossover as well. So, um, let's see here. Is it because nobody would believe so many Black women are married? Just to guess. Oh, I don't know. I don't know. We can read the article if you want. Uh, no, that is genius. I would create a white boy singing group. Yeah, look, yes, why not? Get some of their money and bring it into our community. So let's see what they said here was the reason. You may have seen the See Me Ask for the Idea of You, a rom-com starring Anne Hathaway. Uh, it's going to be on Netflix. In case you haven't, the premise is basically how Stella got her groove back, but with a lot more sex. So the main character, who is Anne Hathaway, is a 40-year-old divorced mom who gets involved with a 20-something who just so happens to be a member of her tween daughter's favorite band. If that's not really the thing that gets you running to the theater, we understand. But you may be surprised to learn that the story was that inspired this film was written by Black actress and author Robinlee and counts Gabrielle Union as one of its producers. So, yeah, ladies, they're saying here, oh, the whole question was why, uh, why they did not put a Black actress in here. She's saying here, I was learning the hard way that in Hollywood after 40, women are much less desirable. The assumption that we cease to be sexual beings and were thus less valuable. I was eager to prove the industry and our culture at large wrong. She's saying here, that she spent 6 years writing a book prior to writing this book, right before The Idea of You. I wrote a book that could not sell. It was a Black protagonist. There was a white love interest. And one of the responses I got from an editor at the time was, oh, well, no, we already have an interracial relationship that we're putting out this year. They said, when I thought about this book, I was like, okay, I'm going to sell this book. Nothing's going to keep me back. If I have to make two white characters, I'm going to make them two white characters, but I'm going to make them very personal and specific to me. So Lee added that keeping the details of the story the same, the world might not have been ready for a grown-ass Black woman getting busy with some dude in a boy band. So that's what she said. That's what she said. Sabrina's saying she is like Shonda Rhimes. She makes projects for all audiences. Yeah, so she decided to switch it up. I think it was good for her, though. Good for her, good for Gabrielle. They're going to make some money. Make your coins, ladies. Make your coins. Okay, one more story before we get to the Real Housewives of Congress. So this is, I wonder why this thing is acting crazy here. All right. I don't know why this thing is acting up, but this is saying here, robots and AI are being used to help women get pregnant. Is this the future of IVF? So they're using robots and artificial intelligence to help women get pregnant. Is this the future of IVF? I know some of my ladies in here, most of you are probably fertile. Some of you live in the South. I'm going to say this, and you can take whatever you want to take from what I'm about to say. Some of you live in states where abortion is illegal. Be careful about putting all your business on these apps. Be careful about putting all your business on these apps. That's all I'm going to say. That's all I'm going to say. And yeah, people love how Stella got her groove back. Those are some old school people that didn't know what they were talking about. But this is saying here, Conceivable Life Sciences is building robots and AI models to automate crucial parts of IVF. The robots, though in the prototype stage, can suck sperm into needles and place them into eggs. The co-founders say automation will challenge an industry rife with arbitrary decision making. So yeah, ladies, that's about to happen. Robots and AI. I don't know why this thing is here on the left-hand side, but it is. Okay. Let's talk about the Real Housewives of Congress. Many of you have probably heard of the drama in Congress, but if not, don't worry about it. Fox 5 in Washington, D.C. has us covered. There are 3 people participating in this. There is Marjorie Taylor Greene. She is a Republican out of Georgia, troublemaker in Congress. There is Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez, the Hispanic girl from the Bronx. And the third person is a Black woman named Jasmine Crockett out of Texas. All 3 of these women are congresswomen. All 3 of these women are in the Oversight Committee, which apparently is one of the most prestigious committees in Congress. And all 3 of these women are acting like they're going to join Nene Leakes and Teresa Giudice and Erica over there in Beverly Hills, and name your favorite housewife. Name your favorite housewife. They're going to join, who is it, Kenya? down in Atlanta, Portia, they're going to join them in the next season of Real Housewives. Let's hear it.
Gentlemen, in this special nighttime episode, we resume the madcap comedy mystery series called Comer's High Crimes and Misadventures, the hilarious quest to impeach a president who has done nothing wrong, an avowedly low-budget but multi-million-dollar taxpayer-funded production, which most Americans assumed had ended 2 months ago and had completely forgotten about. But tonight, with the cast and crew now fresh back from a surprise...
You mean like the January 6th committee?
Stop it. I'd like my...
That was Marjorie Taylor Greene who had interrupted. So let's keep listening.
Time restored to me, Mr. Chair.
That person doing the interrupting, of course, was Georgia Congresswoman Marjorie Taylor Greene, who was in rare form at the hearing tonight. And if you follow politics at all, you know that for her, that is saying something. The hearing itself has nothing to do with former President Trump, but Marjorie Taylor Greene, who makes everything about Donald Trump, asked Democrats if any of them were involved with the trial, which led to some insults and what amounted to a screaming match.
Do you know what we're here for? You know we're here about AG.
I don't think you know what you're here for.
Well, you the one talking about.
I think your fake eyelashes are messing up.
No, ain't nothing.
Hold on.
What? She said, I think your fake eyelashes are messing up your vision. Now, Marjorie, why did you tell? She said that to the Black woman, Jasmine Crockett. Jasmine Crockett is a very educated woman. She apparently has a law degree, but she's also quick on her feet when it comes to a clapback. Yeah, you ain't ready, Margie. You are not ready.
Listen.
Order.
Mr. Chairman, that's beneath even
regain
order of your committee.
Order.
Please. There's a point of order.
We have a point of order.
Now, insulting someone's eyelashes is not exactly how one would expect a House Oversight Committee hearing to go. At least that's normally the case until this clown show took over. But whether or not that's the new normal in Washington, New York Democrat Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez had some things to say about it.
That is absolutely unacceptable. How dare you attack the physical appearance of another person?
Are your feelings hurt?
Her words down.
Oh,
girl, baby girl.
oh, really?
Don't even play,
Baby girl? I don't think.
And everybody in there is laughing at them as well.
We're going to move and we're going to take your words down.
I second that motion.
Girl, baby girl. But AOC wasn't even the one the insults were being aimed at. No, she had nothing to do with the exchange. It was Jasmine Crockett of Texas, who Greene apparently thinks is eyelashes that are too good to be true. Crockett herself chimed in just a bit later.
And look at that fabulous picture they put on the screen of Jasmine. I think they team Jasmine over here as well. Let's go.
It's me.
Ms. Crockett.
I'm just curious, just to better understand your ruling. If someone on this committee then starts talking about somebody's bleach blonde, bad built butch body, that would not be engaging in personalities, correct?
A what now?
I laugh so hard every time he says, "Oh, what now?" I laugh my ass off. You could not have written this as a movie with like a better scene and a better actor and all of that than this guy here. He was like, "Oh, what now?" He was trying to figure out what was going on. Oh, I laughed and laughed and laughed all weekend. Watching different reactions to this. I have watched the people doing the songs now. I am totally invested in this. Talk about like one of the best comedy political discussions of the year. This is it. This is it. Let's keep watching.
Chairman, I make a motion to strike those words.
I don't think that's a part
I'm
of it.
trying to find clarification on what quality.
Chairman, motion to strike
I
those
had no idea
words.
what you just said.
Usually when something like this happens, someone makes a motion to strike whatever offending statement was made from the record so everyone could move on with their lives and years down the road. When our children and our children's children look at the 118th Congress, they think that they were a bunch of civilized adults that dealt with the people's business. But they're supposed to be governing. That's what they're supposed to be doing in the first place. Now, to her credit, Green did eventually agree to strike her comments, and for that, we thank you, because we think civility, we think of the gentlelady from Georgia. But she refused to do something else. Apologize.
I'm not apologizing.
Well, then
Okay,
you're
reserve
not
the right to
striking your
object.
words.
I am
You're
not
not
apologizing.
Now let's go. Come on, guys.
Why don't you debate me?
Mr. Chairman, the minority.
pretty self-evident.
You're not.
Yeah, you're
out
not.
of order.
You don't have enough
You're out of order.
intelligence.
Chair recognizes Mr. Perry.
Okay, move to strike
I'd like to
I
strike
move to
those
strike the
words
ladies.
as well.
I move to
I would
strike
like
the ladies.
And if you're not embarrassed by the Congress that is representing everyone in this country right now on Capitol Hill, you are not paying attention.
Oh, ladies, 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 it is like a kiddie show. Yes, it is. And he's like, oh, what now? I'm telling you, like, if you had written that as a movie script and had hired an actor for that, it would not have come off better than this guy here, who was clearly like out of his depth with regards to he is not even close to Andy Cohen. He just is like, huh? What's going on? I hope it will be it. I hope. You know what? These are the times y'all are a little young for this, but there was a show used to be in Living Color. Victoria probably knows what it is. Tam definitely knows what it is. Denise may know what it is as well. Like, these are the times we need in Living Color. We need Keenan Ivory Wayans. We need the Wayans siblings, Tommy Davidson, all of them, Jamie Foxx, to come back and do some skits for us, some in Living Color skits. Yes. Hey, first name. You notice the people reacted and laughed when she insulted the black woman, but they ignored the black woman's comeback. So look, trust me, I did notice that. And I also noticed there were people who laughed at Jasmine insulting as well. That guy, Jamie Raskin, who was to the left of the guy's name is Comer. Comer was the guy who was like, a what now? But the guy to the left of him, Jamie Raskin, he was cracking up when Jasmine said a bleach blonde, what was it? A bleach blonde, bad built body. I can't even say it. Yes, that entire scenario deserves 2 snaps in the circle. Yes. Look, we need In Living Color. And you know who we need to guest star on In Living Color? We need Wanda Sykes. We need Lunel. We need Eddie Murphy. Like, just throw all the greats in there and just let them just rip. I'm telling you, politics, they would be so funny with politics. Yes. Sydney is saying this felt like I was watching other countries' chambers. Yeah, look, at some point we may actually pull out the other countries, because the other countries will get down with a good old fight and smackdown. And I'm not talking about the countries with people with brown skin. I'm talking about these European countries and these European parliaments. I mean, they get crazy. Yeah, Gen X, In Living Color. In Living Color was like the thing that everybody sat down and watched on Sunday evening on Fox. Kayana saying, bleach blonde, badly built butch body. Yeah, the B6. Yes. So anyway, MTG is aging like spoiled milk and she's just jealous. Yeah, well, look, I have to admit, I love I love it all. I especially love the how fast Black social media hopped on it with the songs and stuff like that. I mean, you had everything from house music to rap to I think they even had some trap music with it. R&B. They even had a white guy that did a country song with it. They did not know what bad built means. Well, they know now. She definitely knows now. I'm so glad she checked that woman. We as Black women have to stop being passive for fear of what people will think. They will see you in a negative light no matter what you do. So this is interesting that you're saying this. You all know how I am about optics and the fact that optics matter. You all also know how I am about having multicultural networks. So it does you no good to snap back at people who are doing microaggressions to you and not have like a relationship with the other people in the office. So just be careful and cautious about that. And sometimes you have to burn all your bridges. I'm fine with that. But if you're going to burn your bridges, make sure you have a plan B, C, D, and E with that. But yeah, some people are not going to like you no matter what. You can't do anything about that. Yeah, they will put hands on each other in Europe. Yes, they will. You're saying here, I sued two different white women in South Carolina and won two settlements because they were wrong and I wasn't going to let them play me like that. You don't always win, but you should always fight. I would agree with that. But be strategic in your fighting and play chestnut checkers. All right, ladies. Well, that is it for Messy Money topics. I'll probably be back next Monday in order to talk with you, and I will see you then. Take care. Bye.